G'day, ZiggyD here. At the recent EB Expo in Sydney, I had a chance to check out the new Dead Island game, Dead Island 2. The booth was pretty rad. They had two full-time zombies outside, and those guys were very entertaining and very good sports as well, doing various zombie poses and scaring Amy. It was pretty good. Probably the most enjoyable part of the experience was actually lining up for the demo. I'm going to come straight out and say it, the demo itself was pretty bad. It's one of the worst sort of hands-on early look demos I'd played. It's a shame. I think they probably could have done a little bit more to highlight what is good about the game. The demo didn't do a very good job of getting it across. Essentially, it was a short multiplayer match, a 10-minute multiplayer match, and they kind of plonked us in with a few other guys. Didn't really give us any direction on what to do, or how to sort of make the most of our multiplayer experience. Whereas compared to some of the other games that say like this in this multiplayer situation you should do this, and they had guys walking you through the hands-on experience as well. So a little bit less, a little bit less guidance there, and a little bit less direction in what they were trying to show off with the multiplayer. It was just like, here's the multiplayer, gonna have fun with it, and that's not always a bad thing. However, for the first 5 minutes, was basically nothing to do. I got the impression that the multiplayer match was essentially get yourself ready and then defend your base. So it's 5 minutes of preparation and then 5 minutes of defending your base. The 5 minutes of preparation is just kind of wandering around, packing some zombies, testing out how you can interact with the scenery and stuff like that. The gore is excellent, top notch in the game, looks fantastic, is absolutely brutal, bloody, gory, exactly what you'd expect from Dead Island, and then some. But other than that, I don't know. There wasn't too much else going on for it in the demo in particular. The melee weapons felt great. The gun that I had was like a shotgun or something, but it just felt extremely weak. It felt non-impactful and didn't really do any actual damage to the zombies, so it could have been just that the gun wasn't properly upgraded and the zombies were too high level for the gun or something like that. Because these sorts of games have sort of a leveling and crafting system, it means that you can't always sort of just judge it based on that. Sometimes things can be bullet sponges for a weaker weapon, for example. But the shotgun they gave us, didn't really have much impact or kick to it. But the melee weapons felt great. Kind of wandered around. It was fun beating on zombies a bit. Didn't really know what to do for the first 5 minutes. I tried interacting with the environment a few times. You can smash things like some doorways and things that you can loot to get to the loot. However, some of the environment you attack, like for example, I walked up to a vending machine that's all bright and flashy, and I'm like, hey, I could probably smash this up and get some stuff out of it. And I swung in, there was just no clipping. Like the weapon just went straight through the vending machine, so it's kind of like, ugh. And then there was like thin wooden fences that had smashed out sections in it. And I was like, oh sweet, I have a big fireman's axe. I'm gonna hack my way through this fence and get to the other side. Make myself a shortcut. And no interaction with the environment whatsoever, so the axe couldn't damage the fence, couldn't do anything like that. So there was some things that I was expecting to be there that weren't there, and then things didn't work exactly like you'd expect them to. So that was a little bit disappointing. Kind of wandered around, didn't really know what to do, and then a signal went off about the halfway mark that said, now defend your base. So eventually figured out where that was. I think there was a map marker or something like that. Made my way over to the base. And I guess defended the base. I don't know, it didn't really take much group effort or teamwork, just kind of people randomly fighting zombies around. Some of the zombies kind of just walked into a wall and just kept walking into the wall. AI can be buggy, and this is probably an early alpha demo. So, you can expect some bugs and some issues like that, but the zombies kind of just derped around a little bit and didn't really do all that much. So it got a little bit more hectic as time went on. The last 2 minutes were pretty hectic, and that was a good bit of fun. There was some bigger zombie types and things there to fight. But overall, just didn't really feel like there was much purpose to it. There wasn't much to the actual gameplay, and although the gore was top notch and the melee weapons and the attacking with melee weapons felt really good, it didn't really have all that much to offer. Especially comparing it, I played it just after playing Dying Light, the other zombie game from the same developers or from the same studio, and that was a completely different experience to this. So a little bit disappointed with the hands-on overall. Not quite the level of polish I was hoping for, because when you're given a 10-minute demo, they have the opportunity to take the best 10 minutes possible to experience it. So maybe they just didn't execute the way they wanted it to, or maybe just some bugs got in that slipped through. But overall, what can I say? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not very impressed overall. So maybe this is one to just keep an eye on for launch, and maybe check out some reviews when it launches to see if you want to pick it up based on the other game. Honestly, I do think that the Dead Island series is more about the gathering XP and crafting components and crafting cool weapons, and then beating things up. And I don't know if that was really conveyed very well in this particular demo. I think maybe not so much. But anyway, guys, hopefully you at least enjoyed my insight here into my hands-on experience. If you have any questions about my experience with the game, then feel free to ask in the comments below. That's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.